little music and meditation session today. So, what we'll be doing is we'll start off with meditation, and then we will learn some basics of Indian classical music. I have some slides with some animations and some cartoons, and we'll be learning Indian classical music through the cartoons and animations, and you're going to like that, I'm sure. And we'll also get introduced to Raga Bhoop. Okay. My name is Sujata. I was actually in Washington DC Collective very long time ago. I think before most of you were born. I live in California now, in Bay Area, California. I'm also a mom of two kids, 6 and 11. So let's get started. So we can raise our Kundalini and we'll take Bandhan. We will do the Api Api song with the qualities of the chakras, like 1 for my innocence, 2 for my creativity. Yeah, all of you know that, right? Can everyone keep their videos on, because I'd like to see your faces, your beautiful faces. So let's do the Api Api. We can sing. I'll sing on the mic. I have to hold the mic. So I want you to take the bandhan while you do the Api Api. Api 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 Mother Kundalini 1. Api 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 Mother Kundalini 1, 2. Api 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 Mother Kundalini 1, 2, 3. 1 for my innocence, 2 for my creativity, 3 for my inner peace, 4 for my security, 5 for my speech, 6 for no thoughts, 7 for everything. I got a message on my chat that my audio is not clear. Are you able to hear me okay, guys? Or no?
I can hear you.
You can, right? So Ved, you're not able to hear me, okay? Can you check if your audio is all right? Your
I can
speaker's
hear you
volume is okay?
fine. I can hear you fine.
Ved has written to me. Okay, let me.
I can't hear either. I can hear you fine.
You can hear me fine, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
Else it'll be too loud for the rest of the people.
It's a little better now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I see.
I
So let
don't
me
want to
increase it
join.
a little bit.
See, look.
How is it now?
It's better. That's a lot better. Yeah.
Okay, but
That's
is my Tanpura too
much
loud
better.
though?
No, everything is good.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into meditation. Yeah. Let's look at Shri Mataji's photo here. Let's put our attention inside. looking at Shri Mataji's photo gently, we'll close our eyes. Let's put both our hands towards Mother Earth. We'll pray to Mother Earth. O Mother Earth, please absorb all that is bothering me. Let me not have any stress or any disturbances. Please absorb all that is troubling me.
Is it like
We'll put both our hands on our lap. We will pray to Sri Ganesha. Sri Ganesha, please let us get into a nice state of meditation today. We'll say the mantra for Sri Ganesha one time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Keeping our attention inside, let us slowly move it to our Swadhisthana Chakra. Here we are going to pray to Shri Mataji to give us pure attention. Shri Mataji, please give me pure attention so that I can be a good student. I can do all that you want me to do, and so that I'm always connected to you. Please make my attention very alert. Shri Mataji, please remove all the restlessness in me. Please calm me down. Now you put your hand on your stomach and just massage it a little bit. It's your Nabhi chakra. Peace in my Nabhi, peace in the world. Peace in my Nabhi and the universe. Peace in my Nabhi, peace in the world. Peace in my Nabhi and the universe. We will shine the beauty of our mother. Peace in my Nabhi, peace in the world. You put your attention on your heart chakra. Shri Mataji, please make me brave, fearless, and confident. Keep your hand on your center heart, right hand on the center heart. Jagadamba, Jagadamba, Jagadamba ki jai. 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 Attention on your Vishuddhi. we'll sing the song I'm Not Guilty, and put your right hand on your left Vishuddhi and turn your head to the right side. I'm not guilty, I'm not guilty. How can I be? How can I be if I'm the Spirit? If I'm the Spirit, how can I be? How can I be? Mother, please take away all the guilt in my Vishuddhi. I'm not guilty at all. Put your attention on your forehead, on the Agya Chakra. The raga that we are going to learn today is for the Agya Chakra, Raga Bhoop. Put your right hand on your Agya and just say the prayer, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive, 3 times. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. I forgive, I forgive my brother today. I forgive, I forgive my sister today. I forgive everyone, and I also forgive myself. Bring your hands down. Now we just keep our attention on our Sahasrara. Now touch your Sahasrara with your right hand. Okay. And gently bring your hand down. We are just going to meditate in silence on our Sahasrara. We are not going to move. Okay. We'll keep our attention on our Sahasrara and just close our eyes and go into silent meditation. We will not open our eyes, will not move. Just our attention is going to be on our Sahasrara. Okay, till I ask you, you shouldn't open your eyes and you should not be moving. Just keep your attention gently on your Sahasrara. Touch your Sahasrara with your hand. Just to establish your attention has to be there. Okay, then bring your hand down and we'll go into meditation. And it'll be short, just a couple of minutes, but we'll not move. Okay, let's start. Everybody, eyes closed. Jai Shri Mataji. Those of you who had your videos on, you did a great job. I could see that you all went into meditation and did not move and had your eyes closed. Great job. So let me share my screen. You see my screen, right, everyone? Please keep your videos on now, all of you. Keep your videos on. Hi, Veer. Seeing you after a long time.
Hi, Sujata.
Hello. Okay. So, what we're going to learn today is we're going to learn a raga. And before that, I want to introduce you to Indian classical music, some basic things in Indian classical music. Okay. And we're going to use some fun characters here to understand what Indian classical music is. And believe me, if you get this, then you will be able to. It'll help you a lot. You'll understand what ragas are and what these different notes mean. You hear aunties or uncles around you talking. This is Komalni in a lower octave, or that is Tivrama in a higher octave, or those kind of things don't make any sense.
I'm so
But
formal.
with this, I'm going to show you some cartoons and characters here, and this will you'll understand what what they're all talking about. Okay, so in Indian classical music, it's very old. It's like thousands and thousands of years old, and the notes of Indian classical music you all know, right? Who can somebody tell me what are the notes of Indian classical music? There are 7 notes. We all know, right?
Re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, sa.
Correct. So it's good. What you said is correct. But just raise your hand, or that icon is there, right? For raising hand, you can do that, or you can actually physically raise your hand, and then I'll ask you to unmute. Okay. So yes, sa re ga ma pa dha ni. These are the main notes that we know in Indian classical music, and actually these notes. This music was discovered by rishis, or by saints thousands of years ago in through their meditation. So just think that's so cool, right? That this music actually came from meditation, so it came from the divine. And there are 2 forms of music, South Indian music and the North Indian music. It's called Carnatic and Hindustani, but they are very similar. They all have 7 notes, and actually there are 5 more notes, and that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's watch this little video, and we'll talk about this. Meet the Sargam family. Okay, so we've made little characters of these musical notes, so let's get introduced to them.
My name is Sa. My name is Ray. My name is Ga. My name is Ma.
My name is Pa.
My name is Da. My name is Ni. I'm back to Sa. Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa. Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Re Sa.
Was that fun? So what do you see here? There is Sa, who's the mummy, Re is a little girl in their family. Then there is Ga, who's a brother. There is an older sister, Ma. There is Papa, which is Pa. It's easy to remember, Papa and Pa, right? And there is Dha, another brother, Ni, and then Sa, which is mummy again, right? So we see Sare Gama Padhani. So just remember these characters. And what you'll there are each of the kids here. How many children are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each of them have a twin. Okay, and
My name is
how the
Sa.
twins look. So you see here, each of these has a twin. So Ray has a twin which is a little sad or a little tired, you can say, or sleepy, and that is called Komal Ray. Okay, and then Ga has a twin also. This is the Ga that we met earlier, and he has a twin, and it's also little sleepy and little left-sided, you can say, and he's called Komal Ga. In case of Ma, the twin is actually more right-sided, and she gets angry, or she's more hot-tempered. So because she feels hot, she wears a little cap on her head. And this is called Tivra Ma. This is the twin of Ma. Papa doesn't have a twin, Mummy doesn't have a twin. Then the same thing with Dha. Dha also has a sleepy twin. Ni has a sleepy twin. So you see, you saw the 7 notes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the twins are, so this is a twin: 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, right? So 5 twins. Each of the kids the total twins are 5, and 5 kids. So, and mummy and daddy, so total of 12 notes. So these are the 12 notes. Any song that you take in Indian classical music, if you break it down, you will see that they are nothing but a combination of these notes. Okay, so you need to know these 12 notes really well. And if it's a komal note, if it's a sleepy or note, then it has, when you write it, it has a line that you put at the bottom. Okay, so Komal Ga, Komal Re, Komal Dha, and Komal Ni. And for Ma doesn't have a Komal twin, but it has a Tivra twin, which is a little angry twin. So you remember, so you have the cap here, so you put the cap here. Okay, so these lines, you will remember these, right? If it's a Komal note, it has a line at the bottom. If it's a Tivra note, it has a line at the top. Okay? So, question for you guys. How many notes are there in all?
12.
Hum se ka.
12.
Correct. And how many komal notes are there? Lakshana?
Here's 5.
No, only komal.
Oh,
It is
4.
the soft. 4, correct. And which are the 2 notes that don't have a komal or a tivra, which doesn't have Aditya?
Sa and Pa.
Correct. Sa and Pa will never have a komal or tivra counterpart, right? They always, it's called Shuddha Swar. Shuddha means pure. They will never have a komal counterpart. Okay. So now there is another concept you need to know. When you write these notes, there is something called octave. Right? So you sing Sa like this now. Sa, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, Sa, Sa. Right? It's the same note. Sa, Sa. Same note, but I'm singing it in a higher octave. Okay, so what is octave? So imagine that this family actually lives in a house, and they live in the middle. When they live in the middle level of the house, that is what the version of the note that you're singing. When they go to the higher level of the house, you see what happened there? So when they go to the higher level of the house, which is the higher octave, they get a dot on top of their head. Okay, and the same thing happens when they go to the lower octave, they get a dot at the bottom. So that's how you identify which octave the note is, with a dot. Okay, do you get this? Yeah. So if you sing sa, how do you write the note? Just S or SA, you can write it SA or S. But if I sing sa, sa, if the song has sa in it, then the same sa will be written with a dot at the top, right? And now a trick question. If you have a Komal Re in the higher octave, how do you write it? Who wants to answer? Komal Re in the higher octave. Veer?
Is it that you just put Re and no dots?
Komal Re in the higher octave.
Oh yeah, so like Re with no dot on top or underneath the word.
No, because if it's Re in the middle octave is what, remember in the middle level of the house we showed they don't have dots, but I'm talking about higher octave. When it goes to the higher level of the house, then it gets a dot on the top, right? But if it's a Komal Re, what is the thing about Komal Re? It has the skateboard, right? So when you write Komal Re, which is also of the higher octave, then how do you represent it? Try again. Want to try? Okay.
Does it have no dot on the top of Re and no dot on the bottom of Re?
No, that's what you said earlier. So no dot means no, which means it is a note in the middle octave, right? But if it's a note in the
it will still have that dot under Re.
no, okay. So anyone else wants to try? I'll explain. I think it's okay. Aditya, try.
It would have Ray and then a line above it.
Yes. So it will have, because it's Komal means it is softer. So it's going to have the Re line below, but it is also in the higher octave. So it will have a dot in the top. Okay. So so the way you represent Komal Re, so these are the octaves, right? The higher octave is a higher level of the house, middle octave is the middle, and this is like you can say the basement or the lower level of the house. And if a note is in the higher octave, you just have a dot in the top. But if it's a Komal note, it still will have a line at the bottom, right? So if it has a line at the bottom and a dot at the top, it means it's a Komal note in the higher octave, right? So these are the octaves. So this is how you represent the notes. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni, the Komal notes are not written here. And this is how the octaves are represented. Okay. So now let's move on to Raga Bhoop, because this is a short session, right? So I just wanted to introduce you a little bit to these concepts, and we can start with a little raga. I want to show what happens in Raga Bhoop. We don't need to know the Komal notes for this raga, which is why we don't have to learn too much there. We can start. Someone has a question. Neera?
I can also do later. It's like about not the raga, but it's about the poems. Like, second.
I don't understand the question, but do you mean how do the notes sound? You want to hear that?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay. So you have that, right? So
I have a harmonium. I do know some como nuts, but I forgot where the "the" is. Sa re ga ma pa. Now I don't really
Okay,
like.
so dha. Okay. Let me. If you're curious about how these notes sound, let me show you a couple of them. Okay. So here my tanpura. Sa. This is sa, right? Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. This is how the notes sound, right? So you see, there is sa here. Sa re. This is the Shuddha re. But the Komal re is in between these two. So it is a little lower than the re, but it is higher than the sa. So how does that sound? So it is a sleepy tone it has, or a little left sided tone to it, right? So see how it sounds. Sa re. So this is going to be sa re re. See, its tone is different. So sa re, then ga. Sa re ga. This is the Shuddha ga. If you want to make it sleepy, sa re ga. Yeah. Now for ma, how does ma sound? The Tivra ma is higher than the ma, right? Than the twin. Sa re ga ma. So this is going to be sa re ga ma ma. In Raga Yaman we use this note. It's a beautiful note. Sa re ga ma ma. That is the Tivra ma. Pa. And you asked about Komal dha. Pa. This is Shuddha dha. Pa dha. But you want to make it Komal. Pa dha dha. Ni sa. Right? If you make it Komal ni. Pa dha. Ni sa. Ni. Instead of ni sa, ni sa. Yeah, it's very subtle, but they have distinct sounds though. And when you do the same thing in the higher octave, if you take the Komal re and put it in the higher octave, so it is sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Sa, that is, we have started going to the higher octave. Sa re, that is the Komal re in the higher octave. Okay, it's okay if you don't understand everything right now, because there are many concepts, but when we go over this multiple times, or when you come across this later on, it will make more sense to you. But it's just a little introduction to these things. So let's go to Raga Bhoop. How much time do we have? We have 15 minutes, right? Okay, maybe 10 minutes extra will do. Okay, so in Raga Bhoop, let's see what happens. Raga, what is a raga? So you have these different members in the family, and you have the 12 notes. You only see 7 here, but 12 are there actually, right? So Raga is a game that they play, and it has some rules. And not everybody will be there, and not all 12 will be there in the Raga usually. So at least 5 players need to be there in the Raga. So there is a rule that minimum you should have 5 notes in the Raga. Okay, and so that is a rule. And then there are other rules, like how it can go up, what you have to follow to come down. When you're going up the notes, there is a rule that you need to follow. When you're coming down, there's a rule that you need to follow. Then one player gets the most number of turns. There is another player who gets the second most number of turns. So these concepts, these are the rules of the raga, and if you follow the rules, you can make your own composition, right? So Indian classical music is a lot about creating your own. It's just you follow these rules that are there for the raga, and then within that rules you just make your own. You improvise and you make your own compositions. So that's what is the fun part about raga. But before you get to that level where you can really make your own compositions, you need to learn others what they have done, and then you can start making your own. Okay. So raga bhoop. What is in raga bhoop? You are only going to have shuddha notes. Okay, so that's easy. We all know shuddha notes. The komal ones are a little tricky. So raga bhoop doesn't have any komal notes, komal or tivra notes. Okay, no twins. And it has only 5 notes. So 2 people don't get to play this raga, which is no ma and no ni. Okay, so what is raga bhoop? Raga bhoop is sa, re, ga. From ga you have to go to pa. There is no ma. Then pa, dha, sa. Sa, re, ga, pa, dha, sa. This is bhoop raga. And the rule on going up and down is very simple, that you can just, this is the order that you follow. Sa, re, ga, pa, dha, sa, and sa, dha, pa, ga, re, sa. Okay. So let's see how this sounds. Sa, re, ga, pa, dha, sa. There's a little subtle thing here. When you sing the dha, you have a little touch of sa from in the dha. So it is like sa, dha, sa. So dha, sa. You can also sing sa, re, ga, pa, dha, sa. But if you want to be more correct about bhoop, then your dha has to have a little touch from the sa. So dha, sa. Okay. So sa, re, ga, pa, dha, sa. Sa, dha, pa, ga, re, dha, sa. So let's see how this looks when you write it down. Okay. So this is bhoop. It is for the Agya Chakra. This is the Aroha. Aroha is the rule of going up. Avroha is the rule of coming down. And there's something called Pakkad, which is the most common phrase in the raga. So whenever you play the raga, you need to show this phrase multiple times. You make your own compositions around this framework, but you show this pattern. Okay. So let's only do this sa, re, ga, pa, dha, sa and sa, dha, pa, ga, re, sa. I'd like to hear you guys also. So let's do this first. We will sit straight. Keep your back straight. And then to have a good voice, it's very important that your posture is correct and your breathing should be correct. Breathing always has to be from your stomach. Okay, that's when you use all the air, your lung capacity, you will use it to the fullest. So fill your stomach with air, no movement on the top part of the body, only stomach should be moving. Breathe in, stomach filled up. And as you're letting the air out, you keep your stomach inside and you sing. Sa, re, ga, pa. So all of you sing with me. We'll do it 3 times. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Something happened to my... Oh, here it is. Okay, got it. I see you now. Yeah. Okay, so fill your stomach with air and then come. Sa re ga pa. Nice voice. Full. Use your full voice, okay? But don't shout. But keep it open. Don't do this because then it gets you're constricting your voice, or don't. Posture is important, so you keep it all open. Sa re ga pa. And no moving shoulders. Okay, keep shoulders normal. Breathe in. Sa re ga pa. Sa re ga pa. Now dhasa. Dha sa. Breathe again. Dha sa. Okay. Who wants to go? I want to hear you guys. Lakshana, try. First, listen to the Tanpura. You can hear the Tanpura, right? Sa is there. Okay, start from there.
Sa re ga pa da sa sa da pa ga re ga sa.
Very nice, but only sing sa re ga pa dha sa. Okay, and take 2 breaths if possible, so that it's nice. Sa re ga pa. Leave it. Dha sa. Who wants to go next? Veer? See, wait. Don't do this. Hold on, Veer. Veer, 1 second. Okay, wait. So, you know what you don't do this. So when we do this, right, we are conscious of our breathing and we are breathing from the top. We don't move the top. Okay, we only breathe with the stomach, with the diaphragm. So only stomach moves. Okay, be normal. Everything keep this normal. Keep your hand on your stomach if you want, and just subtly remember that, okay, my hand has to come out, fill my stomach with air, then breathe out and start singing. Sa re ga pa. While you keep singing, your stomach needs to be inside so that all the air is being used. Okay, maximum use of the air.
Okay.
Try.
Sa re ga pa da sa
Dha sa.
da sa.
Very nice. Neera?
Okay. Da re ga pa pa dha sa.
Nice. But posture, keep your body straight and don't do this. I think because your phone is down on the floor, so you have to do this, that it will affect the voice a little bit. So keep your chin parallel to the ground. Sa re ga pa dha sa.
Sa re ga pa dha sa.
Very nice. Sahasra?
Sa re ga pa da sa.
Very nice. Anyone else wants to go? No one else wants to go, right? Just speak. You can unmute and speak if you want, if I've missed your name. Who, Hamsika? Okay, go ahead. Sa. Start from there. Sa.
Ta.
Yes.
Ka. Pa.
Pa. Yes.
Pa. Da. Ni. Sa.
Yes. Sa re ga pa dha sa. And then the same thing. Sa dha pa ga re dha sa. Okay. Now, how much time do we have? We're almost nearing the end, right? So let's just use this Raga Bhoop to one of the songs that we already know, one of the bhajans, Namami, and let's see how that is in Raga Bhoop. We use this knowledge that we have got of Raga Bhoop and we apply it there. Okay. Before that, let me just show you how this sounds. This is that phrase that we talked about, right? Ga re pa ga re ga re dha sa. Okay, this is the phrase in Bhoop. You need to have this, incorporate this phrase whenever you make your compositions. It needs to be there. And when you hear this, people, when they hear it, they'll know, oh yes, this is Bhoop, this is Bhoop. Okay? So let's go to Namami. I wanted to do a few things like patterns, but I think we don't have time. So let's just go to Namami.
I have a question.
Namami. So this, see, it has sa, sa, ga, re, re, ga, ga. It's all Raga Bhoop, right? So sa is there, then ga, sa, re, ga. Shuddha ga is there in Bhoop, we learned, right? So Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal. करत हो भक्तन का प्रतिपाल. Okay, so this ka, करत हो भक्तन का पसादा साधा पगरि सा साधा, you know, so sadha dha, remember that dha sa, that part is coming here, right? So let's try again. Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Namami Sagari Re Gaga Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Sing along with me couple of times. We'll make it correct. Namami Namami Namami. I want to see your mouths moving, so all of you sing. Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Let's do this line a few times. Sing together. Namami श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल नमामि श्री गणराज दयाल. Okay, one on one. Who wants to go? Veer?
No. Wait. This thing isn't okay. Namami Shri Garaj Dayal. Namami Shri
गधा पापा रे ध सा सा श्री गणराज दयाल श्री. Do that.
Shri Garaj Namami Shri Garaj
श्री गणराज दयाल
Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal. Namami Shri
गणराज दयाल.
Ganaraj Dayal.
Nice. Next, who wants to go next? Hamsika.
Nama.
Nasa. First, listen to the Tanpura and then they sing the sa. 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 Sing.
Namami.
Namami na.
Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
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 Shri Gana Gadha Papa. Just say Gadha Papa. Gadha Papa.
Gada Papa.
Now in your mind you say Gadha Papa and you sing Shri Gana
Shri Ganaraj
Raj Dayal. Raj Dayal.
Dayal.
Raj.
Raja
Yes.
Dayal.
Dayal. Anyone else wants to try? Lakshana and then Neera after that.
Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Namami Sagare Re Gaga Nama. So yes, Namami
Namami Shri
Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Ganaraj Dayal.
But at the space. Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Yes. Neera is screen is frozen. Aage.
Namani Shri Ganaraj
Shri Ganaraj Dayal. You're getting the tune right, but you're saying not the words are not
proper.
Matching. So say again. Namami Shri Ganaraj Dayal.
Namani Shri Ganarajaya
Okay. I think it's time up now. So this was just a little session for you to get introduced to the Indian classical music notes and how to represent them. Okay. So we'll and a little introduction to how this the songs that you know already, bhajans that you know. You see that what we learned today is we learned basics of these notes in Indian classical music. So let's just quickly revise. How many notes are there in Indian classical music? Veer, how many notes are there?
15.
15? How you got that many notes?
12.
Yes, 12, correct. And how many twins are there? How many Komal notes are there?
4.
Komal 4 and Tivra is 1.
1.
Correct. So you know you understood these things. Then we we have our songs. We sing in octaves, right? So if we are singing a note in a higher octave, we put a dot where? On the top of the note. I see you guys showing with your hands. And if it's in the bottom, if it's in the lower octave, we put it in the bottom. Okay. And if you have a line and a dot, that means it's a Komal note with one in a different octave. It's a lower octave or higher octave based on where you put the dots. That's how you read the notations, right? And then so when you guys, some of you, I see that you have harmonium or piano, so you try to play raga bhoop and see where the fingering, where these notes are. Figure out, try and see if you can spot these 12 notes that you learned today. Okay. And then we learned raga bhoop. How many notes does raga bhoop have? Out of the 7 notes, how many notes does raga bhoop have? Someone, can you answer? Srishti?
5.
Correct. Which are the 2 notes not there in raga bhoop? Aditya?
Ma and me.
Correct. Ma and Ni are not there in raga bhoop, right? And it has 5 notes and all the no twin notes, right? Everything is the Shuddha Swaras. And what we learned today is a bhajan and important, which chakra is raga bhoop for? Let's see who was paying attention. I have to give turn to someone who didn't get a turn. Okay, Neera.
Agya.
Correct, Agya. Let me see if you guys know about other ragas. Like, anyone knows what's the raga for Swadhisthana? No? Raga Yaman can be used for Swadhisthana. Raga Durga is for heart. It's easy because Durga is the deity of heart and Durga is for heart. Okay. And then the song we learned, Namami, we all know Namami, we have heard it in the pujas, right? So this is Raga Bhoop. And when you are playing Namami, I noticed actually recently that there was a little knee that was coming. So then I remembered that no, it is Raga Bhoop. So let me take out the knee and make it more sound like Bhoop. So like that, if you know the little bit basics of the raga, then you can try to make your songs more following the raga. But it doesn't have to. In bhajans, you don't have to be exactly following the raga, but it's nice. Okay. Okay, then anyone, any questions you have for me? Anybody? No? All right then. It was nice meeting all of you.